Happy Halloween. My son, Alejandro, who you guys have seen before, is having a school project this week. And he had to make a haunted house and he has to do a read aloud. So we think he's a pretty good reader and so do his teachers. So we're gonna start doing read aloud videos. So we thought, why not start for his Halloween and something for his school project. So here is his house. I'm gonna turn it and, I'm gonna have a popcorn ball while he reads. I'll try to chew it quietly, but these were my favorite as a kid. So here we have his house. Pretty cool. And this was for his project, and here he is.
Corny Dracula.
Corny Dracula.
You can't tell I had candy corn in its fangs. And I'm here to tell you one corny joke. What do you call a ghost with a beard? A goatee.
Okay. What book are you reading for us today?
I'm reading Jimmy Neutron, Return of the Pumpkinhead. Ooh, spooky Halloween book. Happy Halloween, fellas.
Take it away.
Return of the Pumpkinhead. Again, Return of the Pumpkinhead.
Who's the author of the book?
Oh yeah, of course. Simon Spotlight, Nickelodeon.
All
By
right.
Nickelodeon or Simon specific.
Okay.
To my dad, the original Pumpkinhead, J.M.
What's underneath Jimmy Neutron? Boy, genius. Okay.
Yeah, it was a dark and stormy night. It was a dark and stormy Halloween night, Jimmy Neutron began. An old Retroville ghost story. And the farmer...
An old what?
An old Retroville ghost story.
Oh.
And the mean farmer who lived in the house next to the pumpkin patch caught some kids stealing his pumpkins. He yelled at them and chased them away. Later that night, one of those kids cast a spell on the angry farmer. Next morning, the farmer awoke to find that he had grown a big round pumpkin for a head. Legend has it that the ghost of the farmer haunts the pumpkin patch every Halloween, seeking revenge, searching for children to turn into pumpkin heads.
Can you show us the pictures?
Yes, of course. They were in a tent.
What's in the middle? Is that a dog?
Yep, it's the robot dog.
Oh.
He has a square body. Pretty weird. Purple neck. Carl bursts through the flaps of the tents in Jimmy Neutron's backyard. I don't like that scary stuff, Jimmy, cried Carl. You know what's scary, said Sheen. I bet that old abandoned house next to the pumpkin patch is really scary. He exchanged a knowing glance with Jimmy. It would be the perfect place for the ultimate haunted house. Carl shook his head. Scary, 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 he mumbled. Didn't I just say no more scary stuff? And we'll invite the girls, Jimmy added, ignoring Carl. We've got to get back at them for the last Halloween prank they pulled on us last year. And I was known as Jimmy Egghead all year. Pardon my spooky clock, of course. Now here's the picture going along with those text symbols.
What was your favorite part about the illustration?
Probably how they made it cartoony in a way. and how he's kind of just crying and running away, and his hair is, just swiping away.
Okay, show us the picture again so we can understand that.
I just noticed that his head is an eggplant, and he has a double chin.
Okay, point that out to us. Show our viewers.
Okay, I'll do this. Okay.
Whoa, his hair is an eggplant?
No, his head is an eggplant.
Whose head?
This one?
Oh, his head looks like an eggplant?
Yeah, and he's double chinned, kind of.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
And why was he screaming again?
Because he was scared of the pumpkin head dude.
Ah, okay.
The next morning, the boys got to work on the haunted house. First, they rigged the condensation machine to the roof. A rain cloud formed above the house with lightning crackled and thunder boomed. They installed the automatic door opener with pop-up skeleton. Robotic tarantulas scurried across the metallic cobwebs they had strung from the ceiling. Goddard emitted a high-pitched howl heard only by dogs. The neighborhood erupted in menacing barks. Okay, spooky stuff, spooky stuff.
Where's the menacing barking?
Oh, they didn't show that, but... Yep.
Well, whoa, that is a scary skeleton, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, let's see what happens next.
Then Jimmy poured a bag of dry ice onto the ground. Now I will create a disorienting fog, a shameless second grade level use of science, but effective nonetheless.
Non-what?
Nonetheless.
How do you spell it?
Nonetheless.
Nonetheless.
Ah, yes.
Aha,
He
we
said,
found it out.
"Gentlemen, meet my masterpiece." A large, lumbering figure emerged from the fog. It had an abnormally large, misshapen head. It's the pumpkin head!
No.
Cried Carl as he cowered behind the machine. Don't worry, Carl. It's just my remote-controlled version, said Jimmy, marveling at his workmanship. It's genius! He threw his head back and chortled like a mad scientist.
My goodness, that is a scary looking pumpkin head. Don't you think?
Exactly.
No, put him back there. Let me see. All right, next page, my man. What do we got? What's happening next?
Back in town, Cindy and Libby are working on their Halloween costumes. Don't look now, said Cindy. But here come the Fright Night nerds.
Fright Night what?
Fright Night nerds.
Oh.
Jimmy handed the girls 2 invitations. We're throwing a party at the pumpkin patch, he said. A perfectly harmless Halloween party, of course. Carl chimed in.
Chimed or chimed in?
Chimed.
Chimed sounds better. And is it nice to call someone a nerd?
Nah.
No.
And they're going to say it again, name calling, actually.
Yes, there is name calling.
Nick Dean skidded to a stop on his skateboard. Did you say something about throwing pumpkins in Neutron? I'm so there.
I'm so what?
There.
I'm so there.
It's a cool kid kind of guy, I guess.
Yeah, he's like, I am
And-
so there. Yeah, he's trying to be
He
cool.
looks Latino.
Okay, can you show us the picture? Oh, he's cool, dude. I'm so there. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like that other guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like rapping or something, I don't know. Okay, somehow his haircut changed, so something was hair is flopped down, and it's really just weird.
Okay, can you show us the picture before
Well,
you
first
begin to
I
read?
have to read.
Okay, and then you can show us the weirdness.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good.
And there's also an old man. Okay. You'll have to see that in a bit. Later that afternoon, Jimmy, Carl, and Sheen were putting the finishing touches on the haunted house. Jimmy, would you please stop the robotic tarantulas from attacking me? Carl pleaded. Huh? Oh, there must be a glitch in the program. I'll fix it in a minute, Jimmy replied. Whoa, whoa! Carl, stop whining, said Jimmy. I said I'd get to it in a minute. I'm over here, Jimmy, Carl called from across the room. The hairs on Jimmy's neck stood up. But something strange is going on here, he said. Goddard scanned this for supernatural life forms. Okay, so here's the picture.
Uh-huh, so the hair's changed. What else did you say?
And there's an old guy statue.
Oh, old guy statue. So when you look at the pictures before you read, what are you doing? Is there a strategy or something that your teacher talks about?
No, not really.
There's different things of what you do when you're looking at pictures.
You see what's about to happen.
Yeah, there's a name for that strategy,
Kinda,
isn't there?
Kinda. I don't know. Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Well, there is a name for the strategy, although you don't remember.
I don't think I was.
How does it help you?
It helps me by knowing what's about to happen next, and it helps me by knowing something that the characters in the story don't know.
And then it gives you something to be excited about before reading to see what might be happening, right? Okay. All right, let's take it away. Let's see what's next.
Beep, beep, beep! Goddard's radar detected something.
Uh-oh.
Pumpkin Plateau, said Jimmy. I think we have a ghost on our hands. Well, what do we do? Asked Carl.
Ghost?
Let's call Ultra Lord. Sheen suggested. Master of the universe, Ghost Slayer extraordinaire. Think, Jimmy said to himself, but his thoughts were interrupted by something that caught his eyes outside. And in this picture, you can see what that is before the next page. Ooh. Do you see that? I think it's... A figure was wadding through the tangled vines in the pumpkin patch. It looked just like Jimmy's pumpkin head invention. Sheen, I told you not to use the remote control on the pumpkin head until everyone gets here, Jimmy scolded. I didn't, Jimmy, said Sheen from behind. It was just making him into an ultra pumpkin head. Jimmy spun around. If the pumpkin head is in here, then who or what is that? Carl pointed outside. A perfectly rational explanation, said Jimmy. It's our collective subconsciouses playing tricks on us, or our young, impressionable brains have been scared by too many scary movies, or just imagining things. Okay, here's the pictures.
Do you think they're imagining things?
And next, I've read the book either way, so.
Well, don't tell us.
Oh, the robot guy has little paws for some reason. Oh. Carl began to tremble. I don't like to be the bearer of bad news, but the imaginary pumpkin head is coming closer and closer. He squealed! It's heading toward the side door, said Jimmy. Let's make a run for it from the front door. On 3, 1. But before Jimmy could finish on the count, the boys were gone. Carl flung the front door open. Ah! He screamed. 3 hideous pumpkin heads were blocking his way. That's the pumpkin-headed children! Ah!
No, show us the picture.
Okay.
Now, how did you know that he was shaking when he was reading? You know how you sounded? You were like, How did you know that?
I knew that because I could tell he's scared because he's like,
Well,
sorry
it
to be
says
the barrier, but
there's a word. Carl began to tremble. So that word told you, and something in the picture told you too.
Yeah,
What in the picture?
it showed that there was Pumpkinhead and they were scared.
Right, but how do you see in his hair? Do you see the lines?
Yeah, but it was Carl, not Jimmy.
That's Jimmy?
Yeah, this is Carl, the eggplant man.
Oh, okay. But it makes you think that that's probably how he's talking, because look at his hair. His hair has these lines and it looks like it's shaking, right?
Exactly.
And the word tremble, Carl was trembling. So you did a great thing there. But when you were reading it, you did exactly what the words were telling you to do.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's how reading works.
Right. Is there a name for that? What you're doing?
I don't even know. There probably is, though.
All right. Your teacher probably has written that down, what that's called.
I haven't finished the book! Ah!
Okay. Let's find out what happened.
Gannard bolted through the doorway, knowing the monsters to the ground. The Pumpkinhead on the first monster rolled off, revealing Cindy Vortex. Uh-oh, trick or treat.
What kind of vortex?
It's Cindy Vortex. It's the name of the girls, you know.
Oh, the girls are the vortex. Okay.
Yeah, it's Cindy Vortex. You see, in the
Name
picture,
calling, yes.
in the picture, there's the 2 girls and the cool kid boy who was saying, I'm so in something.
Okay.
So they're the actual Pumpkinhead kids. They were just trying to mess with them, but they found the real Pumpkinhead. Oh no. Uh-oh, trick or treat, Cindy said with a giggle. Trick or treat.
That's not a giggle, that's a scary laugh.
That's a giggle. Libby and Nick removed their pumpkin heads, laughing. Just then, another pumpkin-headed monster rounded the corner, making horrible moaning noises. Cindy looked at Libby, shocked. huge monster lurked toward them. She let out a piercing.
Oh dear. Okay. Yeah, that's piercing.
Yeah, she said scream. So.
Yeah. Piercing is right. That's what that was.
Stop screaming! The monster cried.
Yeah, I bet she scared that monster.
I have a terrible headache.
Did you show us the last picture?
Oh yeah, I still have
You have to show us that picture.
So this was when she was saying.
Oh yeah, that's that scream. Look at that face. Can you see that? Wow. Okay. All right, go back to the next page. Let's get there. I'm excited. I want to know what happens. She scared the monster now.
Stop screaming, the monster cried. I have a terrible headache, you know.
Oh.
The monster took the pumpkin off of his head, revealing the farmer underneath. Phew!
Revealing the
This
what?
thing, revealing the farmer underneath.
Oh, the farmer.
Phew! That thing is heavy. Didn't mean to scare you, kids. Well, actually, I guess I did. I was just acting as a scarecrow or a scare kid for my pumpkin patch. You see, I spend the winters in Florida, and I've got to do something to keep the kids from mixing up my pumpkin patch every Halloween. You mean you made up the story of the pumpkin? Asked Carl in disbelief. Disbelief. Afraid so, the farmer replied. But now that the cat's out of the bag, I suppose I'll have to take up orange groves in Florida instead. Well, that might not be necessary, said Jimmy. I think we can keep your legend alive for you. Jimmy took out his remote control and pressed a button. But it got stuck. The pumpkin had zoomed into the house and barreled into the farmer, knocking the pumpkin right onto Jimmy's head. Okay, so here's the picture. It's not on Jimmy's head.
Oh dear. There's
Yeah.
a robot.
And there's the farmer.
Mm-hmm. You also have a scarecrow pumpkin head on the side of your Halloween house, but we'll show that at the end.
Yep, you have to watch to the end. That's how rules work. Now, this is the last page, so pay attention. Cindy howled with laughter.
That is not laughter.
Look, it's Jimmy Pumpkinhead. She growled.
Did she cry?
No, she crowed.
She crowed.
Oh, she crowed.
Yeah.
Here we go again, Jimmy sighed. It's going to be a long year until next Halloween. She's still laughing. Of course, it's laughing.
Now let me see the picture.
Okay, this is the last one. Okay, that's the end of the book.
Oh, she is. She's crowing and laughing. Oh, brother. Is that Jimmy in there? Look
Yep.
at that hair.
Ice cream cone hair. Ice cream hair.
So let's move on over and check out. You want to show us your pumpkin on this side? The pumpkin scarecrow over here? Point to that. Come on along.
Little napster block.
Here we go. I want you on that side. You can point to it, okay?
Okay.
Can you see
Right
it?
here.
Is it? Can we see it? Ooh, there it is.
Now for a cool Halloween special, I want to show you Napster Book. Now he can show off many tricks.
turned on the light. You call him what? Let me turn off
Napster
this light. You'll be able to see him better. Hold on. He is referring to that right there. If I turn
I
this
named
off-
him Napster Book, which is a character from a video game I like.
Can you see it? Ooh, multicolors.
This is the Halloween end video special. So I'm telling you to like, subscribe, and do all that stuff to the video. I don't care if you smash the bell or not. You can clang it or cling it, doesn't care to me. Doesn't even care if you click it. Just please subscribe. It helps us a lot.
And then we can do...
Halloween special. And thank you for watching to the end.
And then maybe we can do more read alouds.
Yeah. Just put in the comments if you want to or not.
All right. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Happy Halloween.